Greetings, Flesh Wound Horror freaks, and welcome to a brand new episode of Flesh Wound Horror Mario BAVA edition. I am Daniel Shine, joined as always by Todd Loya.
What's up?
Hugs Dread.
Namaste.
Did he say Hugs Dread?
I do hugs. I do hugs, and my hugs are great.
It's like his dude love, Todd. Come on.
I'm fine with that.
Did you say black kids do blow?
No, what the hell? Why is everybody hearing shit?
That's what I heard.
I didn't say that. I said,
you know
I'm
they
Mike
do.
Kruger, guys. What's up?
Yeah, I was gonna say you better introduce Kruger before he comes after you again.
and Mike Kruger. Yeah.
One more thing on the list.
I was going to introduce you as the word-alack, Todd, but no, I don't know. Maybe I was hearing things too. But anyways, so yeah, we're here tonight to talk about, a few of the master Mario BAVA's films. And yeah, I'm very excited for this one. Mario BAVA, you can't go wrong. I'm
Or
curious.
can you?
Huh?
Or
Well,
can you?
I know.
Maybe. I didn't talk to you guys about him, so I don't know. Do you guys have like an introduction to BAVA, or did any of you, maybe tonight, your first, well, I know you're not you, Todd, but it was tonight like a cherry buster for Mario BAVA for any of you?
For me, it was.
Oh,
well,
sweet. Okay.
My introduction was the band because that they named it after seeing this movie. So
Mhm.
that I did it my homework that way.
Oh, nice. Okay. So you'd seen it before then.
No, I heard the band first. I love Black Sabbath, by the way. And
Mhm.
then when I found out their name came from them hanging out and just after the movie, like, hey, we should make that should be our name. So then I was like, oh, that's interesting. Let me go check this shit out. Oh, cool.
Oh, nice. Okay. Todd, what was your first Mario BAVA? Or do you have a story with it or just don't remember?
I'm sure it was one of the Giallos. I think it was Blood and Black Lace was my first.
Okay. Yeah, for me, I can't say it was my very first, but Black Sunday is definitely what made me take notice, and we'll get right into it. Why not? So Black Sunday is a 1960 film, and very, very important in the history of Italian horror. And if you're unfamiliar, this one follows a vengeful witch who returns to possess her descendant in Mario BAVA's most famous film. That is debatable, I guess.
I was gonna say that. I would have said Blood and Black Lace would be which is the first one I think of.
I would still go Black Sabbath because the band.
Yeah, he's a tough one though, because it's a different answer for a lot of people. But nonetheless, Black Sunday, very important to Italian horror. This was kind of coming around the time that the Hays Code was basically dying, and people forget that horror was not big in Italy at this point, because you had the Lost film, the Lost Italian Frankenstein film, which unfortunately nobody's seen, only stills from that in 1920, I believe it was. And
is it called Frankenstein?
I believe it's actually called
Sorry to put you on the spot, sir.
It is Frankenstein, but there is another to it, but you can't see it, unfortunately.
Yeah, there's another name. I know about that one.
Yeah, I can't
it's
remember the name.
Like traditional Frankenstein in Italian.
Mhm. Yeah, no, it's sad because nobody can see it. It's lobby cards and just a stills and whatnot. But for the longest time, because of Mussolini, there was no horror really in Italy. So Black Sunday could be argued is the return.
Is it Mussolini, your boy?
Shut up, Todd. God.
Cheetolini. That's what he likes.
That's messed up. That's messed up. You're already starting. God damn it! I'm trying to.
Oh, like you didn't know it was coming on this show.
I started it.
You were way too excited about this, and I knew this was not going to be over. To be fair, there should have been a Giallo on this show, but because we're doing Giallo shows,
yes,
because I'd like to have done different styles, but Dan was adamant about Sunday and Sabbath. So
Yeah,
which
and
I
it's
think could have been
Monster of
split up on different
Frankenstein,
shows.
by the way. For reference, but Monster of Frankenstein.
Okay.
My cat was. That's why I'm leaning down. No other purposes. Yes. So Monster of Frankenstein, 1920.
Where's the demon?
That's what I was thinking too.
It's fucked up.
Is he still eating your ass?
Mm-hmm.
That's fucked up.
Dan's playing the Mask of Satan, and he's putting his ass on her face.
That's. I want a mask prop. I've never gotten one from this movie, but that is something if somebody.
Well, this is a good segue into what I have to say about it, because
Go for
this
it.
was a first time watch for me. I went in not expecting anything from this, and that opening scene with the Iron Maiden mask is fucking phenomenal. The brutality was like completely unexpected, and like that was a really powerful opening scene. So I love that shit. Also, the other person's mask was really cool too. On like the other, I don't even know what you would call him, like the undead warlock guy, I guess. The mask kind of reminded me of like a Oni Japanese demon mask, so it was pretty cool. Also, the practical effects in this, goddamn, like fucking completely unexpected. Especially when that witch is like kind of reforming and you see her eyes start to like reform and stuff. The nasty bits in there, pretty fucking impressive for a 1960s movie. Also, my eyes aren't tired, just my spirit is. That's my fucking line for 2020, bro. My biggest complaint about fucking Black Sunday is there's a certain point we reach to the story where it feels like the rest of the movie kind of drags for a bit until we get brought back up into more action, which kind of took me away from enjoying it as much as I thought I would. It's still a classic and it's still really good, but for me, once we get past that 50 to 60 minute mark, the rest of the movie up until the last 20 minutes felt kind of like a chore to me. That's my biggest complaint. And honestly, that's a complaint with a lot of movies from this time period. I'm not that into 1960s horror unless, it's something like Herschel Gordon Lewis, just gore galore. So, yeah, I like this. Being a first time watch, I can appreciate everything it did for horror, but I think going in blind, some people aren't going to be into this movie really at all. And unless you're really into the history of horror and in the history of just basically watching practical effects from the 1960s, I think that's probably the most endearing thing it has going for it.
Okay. Yeah, I love gothic horror, so this one's always been very important to me. I just love immersing myself in it and the tone. But Pugs, was this the first time? I know.
No, I've seen this before.
Oh, okay.
This influenced like a lot of people that I love, including Rob Zombie. Yeah, the ambiance of this fucking film is incredible. I love the fog. It feels like an old Universal movie. It's not. This movie gets better every time I watch it, because maybe that'll happen to you too, Kruger. Because before I didn't like the middle part as much as like the opening and ending. But with repeat viewings, maybe I'm just cutting it some slack. But like it does get better with each watch. So, yeah, I liked it. I like it more each time I watch it.
It's one of those movies, like, you can't get over what BAVA can do on a set. I mean, just the sets are so amazing. And the detail that he gets from these sound stages.
But you can still tell they're set, so are they that amazing?
Well,
that's what I like, though. I actually like the fact that there's sets and like you can tell it's a movie studio like that. Well, maybe not studio in particular, but like it's a place and it's a certain time and it's a feel, and I do like that a lot.
Yeah. And it's familiar too, because these were used for like Bloody Pit of Terror and all sorts of different things. Where does Black Sunday stand for you, Todd?
Far from my favorite BAVA film. I'm not a big gothic horror guy. Historically, it is a very important film, and I think any fan of film in general should watch it. Not my favorite BAVA, but it's still very entertaining, very good. But it does drag a little, and I know younger audiences like Kruger, this one's going to be a hard one.
Yeah.
No, I agree. The pacing's definitely different at this time, but
Especially with that
My biggest
setup,
complaint.
because
Yeah,
like
well, my
they open
biggest
hard.
complaint. Yeah, well, yeah, that's the thing for me. Like the opening is fucking so extravagant and so brutal and amazing, and just something I wasn't expecting at all. So the rest of the movie, like I said, the first 40 minutes does a good job of keeping that same pace, especially when you're seeing like the witch reform its fucking like eyeballs and the disgusting little, practical effects in there. But then once, like I said, once you get past that 50 to hour minute mark, it just really drags until the end for me. And that's kind of where the and like Todd said, that's about where I got lost, was around the 60-minute mark, and it just like, I don't know, like it just, if you've ever been to a movie that feels like it's longer than it is, that's my definition to this. Is like, this felt like it was a 2-hour long movie and it was an hour and a half long. So that last act felt very, very stretched out, if that makes sense.
I wonder if the AIP cut would have been different for you, because there's 2 cuts of the film which we didn't even touch upon.
you'd lose the gore, though.
I was gonna say,
Yeah, I
there
don't
was
think so.
trouble. There's some trouble with the release, right? And that's why they had to cut it.
It's more about the it's has
The
different
censor
music. It's more than just that. So,
Okay.
but yeah, I forget it is missing some of the gore bits.
Yeah, I would say the version Kruger would
Yeah.
would be this one, not the other one.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, again, and this movie was quite shocking. Like, you think 1960, for any of you who haven't seen it, I mean, you have the incestuous elements, you have, some actual gore.
Just seeing a bitch with holes in her fucking face is fucking disturbing.
Yeah,
I will say this, though. This is far from the first one I would recommend to like someone who's never seen BAVA. This is one once you get a little into it. I
was just going to say, this being my first BAVA movie, probably not the smartest, because like as we go on, you'll realize in the show that like I liked it or I like some of his later work. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah, I think he's just a tough one. It depends on the person where to start with him, but
exactly, and it's going to be very different.
Yeah.
You have a big heart on for gothic horror, so this would be your
definitely.
perfect one. Like for Kruger, I would 100% have said Bay of Blood. This should be your first one.
Yeah,
which we
Bay
do
of
have
Blood.
planned. I don't know what I'd pick for Kruger. I'd probably still stick with that or Blood and Black Lace.
Bay of Blood, maybe Kill Baby Kill. I don't know.
That's a good one too. But
Yeah,
but if I'm taking those 3, I'm always going to go with the other 2 first.
yeah, it is tough. I mean, I consider Mario Bava really probably one of, you can make a case being the great horror director.
And one thing I'm going to say right now, it is a nightmare trying to figure out which version to buy on Blu-ray for every one of his movies. The way Kino's put it out. It is. I mean, that's why I haven't upgraded so many of them. I didn't realize that, because I love Kidnap, but it doesn't have the cut I like. So why do I want to buy the Blu-ray of a cut I'll never watch? But the UK Arrow disc has both cuts. Actually, for Black Sunday, Black Sabbath, and this they all have both cuts. They're the versions that
This
should be
like
here.
Boris Karloff.
But
Arrow's amazing, by the way.
you mentioned the holes in the face. That reminded me almost of Melinda Clarke in Return of the Living Dead 3. This is supposed to repel me, yet it's kind of turning me on. Barbara Steele, Oh my
I
God,
know.
gorgeous.
I feel you, Kruger.
It's just another hole to put it in for Dan. That's cool.
Oh my God.
You had to fucking make it something about your dick, didn't you, Dan?
I wasn't graphic, but okay.
He doesn't even know what to say.
Anyways. Oh, and I also wanted to throw this out. I haven't watched, and I don't know if it's the same one, but that Russian film, The V. This is based, actually, Black Sunday's loosely based on the Russian story, The V by Gogol, which I believe, was it Severin that put out The V, that Russian film? I still have to watch it. It's also been on Shudder, but yeah, for anybody that wants to check that out. All right, so we can go ahead and rate it. What say you, Kruger?
I'm really torn, man, because like I said, the first, fucking hour is really good, but just that last 30 minutes really bothers the hell out of me. So I'm gonna go with a 3 out of 5. It could easily go higher. I was actually gonna go higher, but I with my enjoyment level on it, I gotta give it a 3.
Sweet. What say you, Pugs?
I am a 4. Solid 4.
And Todd?
I went back and forth, but I'm giving it a 4 also. And I'm telling you, at least half of that point is due to the history of it and the importance.
Okay. Well, I'm a 5. I think this is a masterpiece. One of my favorite horror movies of all time. And if you're looking to do some history stuff with this, I would also recommend, since this is an important horror film, also watch Antonio Margheriti's Assignment Outer Space, which was the first major Italian sci-fi film, also shot next
Don't bother
door.
with that.
Well, you got history, Todd. And it was shot
This
next
is
door.
not flesh wound sci-fi. We don't want that shit on here.
Well, before we get too far away from Black Sunday, Necrophagia, big influence on me, and that movie influenced Killjoy. And yeah, I just, anytime I can say Necrophagia, check them out.
Now you got to do like Black Sunday song, Pugs. It's gotta
Why?
happen.
Because
Pass
I'm
on
black?
that one.
Oh, goddamn. Oh, son of a bitch. God damn it. All right.
There is one of this list I'd consider, but it's not that one.
What are you talking about, Todd?
Just go, Dan. Come on. I don't want to confuse you.
All right. Well, fine. All right. So moving on to our next film of the evening, which comes from 1963, also, of course, from Mario Bava, and that is Black Sabbath. 3 atmospheric horror tales. A woman is terrorized in her apartment by phone calls from someone from her past. A Russian count stumbles upon a family in the countryside trying to destroy vampires, and a nurse makes a fateful decision while preparing the corpse of one of her patients. All right, so Black Sabbath, horror anthology, of course. Kruger, I don't know. I'm predicting maybe you like this one more. I don't know, but what did you think?
No. I fucking didn't like this one even close to as much as I like Black Sunday, to be honest. If this didn't have Boris Karloff in it as a vampire, I'd probably fucking be way more harder in on it than I am. But I thought this thing was fucking boring, bro. Up until the last story. I like the last story, but everything else is fucking boring as shit to me. That being said, the first story did give me some Black Christmas vibes, but it totally lost me, especially towards the end. I mean, I'm sure having a lesbian storyline was very witty and controversial for fucking the time period, but for me, that's not going to do anything for me. I've had lesbians in my life through the whole thing. So the second story, also tedious as hell. That fucking dog howling was driving me crazy. Crazy motherfucker. Like the severed head on the wooden pillar was cool. And Boris Karloff, like I said, he's the man, but just this story drags so fucking hard at the end.
Also, another note, real quick, there's 2 versions of this one. Also, on the AIP version, it's all different footage of Karloff.
Motherfucker.
but it's
order too, right?
telling the same thing. It's just that one. Wait,
Is that the different order one too?
Yeah.
I would say for anybody listening, if you're gonna just watch it, watch the uncut non-AIP versions.
I'm going to go the other way because I grew up on those and I like those. And it depends. For Black Sunday, I 100% say go with the non-AIP. This one, I think it depends on your preference. I actually went with the AIP one because I like that Karloff footage better.
Okay, if you haven't seen it, I guess that's It's,
well, if you haven't seen it, that what I would say the first time I saw it was that one, so I hadn't seen it.
Okay, yeah, no, it's tough.
Well, since I was rudely interrupted by Dan. That being said, the severed head on the wooden pillar was a nice little effect. And like I said, Boris Karloff as vampire is cool, but just the rest of the story drags so much. And I mean, it gets fairly dark, but I don't know. This one wasn't for me at all. But that last story, I'll give some props where props are due. Just the story of the lady dying with the seance, during the seance was kind of cool, but just that corpse, like that corpse looked really creepy and eerie, and just that for its time period alone is something to be impressed about. And that last segment, with the lady with the ring, was my favorite segment out of all of them. I think they're both way better than anything else you get in this anthology. But that's just me. So what did you think, Pugs?
This one is a weird one because I actually feel bad for not loving it. Like,
can I ask you something?
Fans do. Yes, sir.
Are you still anthologied out?
No, I'm good here. Because I felt this way about this movie from the beginning. I only like Wardelak or the Wardelak, the story. I think everything else is kind of lame. But like not lame, like Return of the Living Dead. Because every time I get shit for not liking movies, it's Return of the Living Dead. Kind of this one, except I respect this one way more than Return of the Living Dead. Don't shoot me, because that's Boris Karloff. Suck it. I only like the Wardelak, and then Rob Zombie ended up making a song about it years later, so that that tickles my fancy. But yeah, the order of the stories are whack. And I was
which order
the whole time.
Which order is it in this?
They reverse it. Wardelak's always in the middle, and this one they started with the call.
All right,
the telephone,
or whatever. It's okay. I respect it for what it is, but this is one I do not go to often or ever really.
The call's always in the middle. I thought
Wardelak's in the middle.
Wardelak, which it is weird because that shit closed.
Boris Karloff is a vampire.
Okay, yeah,
and
that
also,
one.
When they zoom out and Boris Karloff is writing and they're making the movie, like annoys the shit out of me. This should be an extra.
What do you think, Todd? I don't know if I've ever talked Black Sabbath with you.
I actually do like this one, and I did rewatch the AIP one. I actually have the other version on. I didn't even. I totally forgot they're out of order because that was the first thing I thought was this order is. It seems weird because on that one, the first one is my favorite, which is, and Kruger talked about the look of the corpse. It's super cool. And I remember that one creeped me out when I was a kid. This one I like better than Sunday. So
this is
question. So one of you two, I don't know, maybe all three. Did Black Sabbath take their name from Black Sabbath?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, no, that's
way cooler than anything we get in the movie.
Yep.
I gotta disagree.
If they brought that corpse on stage, that would have been the shit.
That would be cool.
There's a lot to love about this movie, but yeah, it's fucking naming the band, one of my favorite bands, and then having Rob Zombie do a song about this is the coolest thing that's ever done for me.
Well, all right, so I love this film. Made no. Everybody knows I'm a huge BAVA guy.
For the record, I let Dan pick two, and I picked one.
This, well, we all knew what you were going to pick, Todd. I did. I
way better.
Tell me. He could have made 1,000 films, and I would have picked out what you but so Black Sabbath, the first story, the telephone. once again, we see how edgy he was at the time. Because again, 1963, and he's doing a lesbian storyline. Obviously, you know, this isn't exploitive or anything, but I really dug this. I think this is a very suspenseful story.
Is this where you discovered your love of? Is this where you discovered your love of lesbians?
That would be Jess Franco's Vampiros Lesbos, sir.
That makes
he became an ally.
But anyways,
something Dan will never experience.
So maybe I have Patreon.
Oh yeah.
But anyways, so the telephone. Yeah, I really like this. It's sexy without being graphic, and it's quite novel at the time. Again, obviously, some people, if you see this now, it may not feel so edgy, but you know, I get that. But the atmosphere is still there, though. I mean, you can't.
It's kind of like the problem with watching Halloween now, the original, because everything in that was groundbreaking, but now everything in there is a cliche because of everything.
Yeah, and I've known like younger horror fans that will watch certain things and like not, and I'm talking like young, like teenager young, and they don't get it. It's weird, but you know, it's understandable. The second story, the Wordalac, that tends to be everybody's favorite, and it kind of is for me too. The again, pushing the boundaries. I mean, children are in danger in the Wordalac, and probably some of the really hardest material that Karloff really did in Black Sabbath. You know, he tended to, you know, not get too deep in the gory stuff, but he does a little bit here.
Whatever, that motherfucker stole Christmas.
He did.
Hold on. What gore are you talking about? What did I miss? Severed
head. I mean, you know, you didn't quite get the harder stuff like that in Universal and some of the other stuff he did. Again, for the time, I don't want anybody coming in thinking this is Fulci.
Well, you should probably say that then.
But yeah, no, this is not Lucio Fulci. But it doesn't really matter for me, though. This is kind of a different genre, and it's all more about the atmosphere, the Wordalac. Jesus, I mean, yeah, it's amazing. Drop of Water, which I will say is an odd closer, but my God, that body is, as you guys already said. I mean, it's feels like the equivalent of Pet Cemetery and Zelda in the 60s. I mean, just that haunting image. I think these are both masterpieces so far. And one of the greatest anthology horror films ever made for me. But again, everybody has different tastes.
I'll just thank you for putting that for me and not speaking for the show.
For me. I said for me.
That's what I said.
Yeah, but you have this thing, Dan, where if you like something, you kind of fucking make it so that everybody fucking likes it. If that makes sense.
No, you guys didn't like it. That was obvious. But
Dan does not speak for us.
I do not. My opinions are only my own. But yes, I love this film. I fucking love it.
And everything he said is all his own. Do not blame me. I can only keep him so much in line.
Well, all right. I'm gonna, you know what? I'm gonna rate the next one bad just for you, Todd. God damn it!
You're a cocksucker.
Let's rate this one and move on.
I know he says that right before I rate this one.
Oh, that's true. All right. Mine's not gonna be a surprise, so I'll go first. I'm a 5. This is a classic film. I love it. I stand by it.
Kruger.
Fucking 2.
Okay.
2 out of 5.
I'll go 3.5 just because of it's cemented in horror history. But like, do I watch it all the time? Nah.
See, and after Dan gave me shit, I'm gonna give it a 4.
Oh, we're all different ratings. Well, then why did you give me shit, Todd?
Because you said you're gonna hold Rabid Dogs against us.
Yeah, because you're just being a cocksucker is why.
All right.
So why don't you interview our main event?
All right. So our main event tonight is under Rabid a couple
Todd.
titles. Rabid Todd. It's Rabid Dogs or Kidnap, depending which version you're watching.
And they're different. They're different cuts, so they are two separate. So.
And we're definitely jumping ahead in time here to 1974, different era for BAVA. And this one, following a bungled robbery, 3 violent criminals take a young woman, a middle-aged man, and a child hostage and force them to drive outside Rome to help them make a clean getaway. All right, so we're definitely in Todd's era of BAVA now. Yes. So, Kruger, was this a first time watch for you as well, or was this the one maybe you've seen before?
No, this was a first time watch, and I really love this movie. I love the colorful intro. I thought that was, really something original and just something you don't really see from that time period. Soundtrack was great. Dialogue is super fucking sleazy, and there's great one-liners throughout this movie. The way the thug, and the way the thugs kept fucking with the kid in the back, like I was laughing my ass off. I was just like, stab the little bitch, like just do it. Once we got to piss your pants, I was like, oh, I see what you're doing. I know what you motherfuckers are doing. And once we got to that, I felt at home. I actually like this better than Last House on the Left, to be honest with you.
Wow.
The movie escalates just perfectly throughout the whole thing. From start to end, there's escalation. And maybe not escalation in like fucked upness, but escalation in just like, dude, like what the fuck are they dealing with now? And I love that part of the story. I thought that did wonders just for the whole film, and especially when the lady whose car breaks down comes in, and it's just the most obnoxious timestamp I've ever fucking dealt with, I've ever seen in the fucking film. Like I was just like, kill this bitch already. And at the end, the twist we get is fucking masterclass, like truthfully masterclass twist. And one of the best twists, honestly, in recent memory I've seen in any film. So this movie overall is the shit. I loved it. What did you think, Pugs?
Dude, Baba with the swerve. Fuck yeah. Suck my ass. What's his ass? Sixth Sense guy? Yeah, fuck him. Shyamalan Ding Dong. Yeah, fuck that dude. Nah, I do like him. But yeah, this movie, I haven't seen this movie in forever. I forgot how good it was. I had a fucking blast revisiting this. I hadn't seen this probably since high school on VHS.
Okay,
wow.
Yeah, I completely forgot how much Last House on the Left is in this fucking movie on a road trip. 32 is my homeboy. R.I.P. I love him. Yeah, this movie was fucking awesome. I have nothing but praise for it. And it's very quotable. I wish I could speak Italian so I didn't have to read subtitles, but like these lines are fucking awesome.
I just want to say, yes, put the mayo on your tits and make them shine like mirrors. Fuck yeah. Like
yes. Yeah, but and the ending, holy shit, I loved it. So good.
Again, so everyone's clear, we watched the Rabid Dogs version, not the Kidnap version, which I don't fuck with that. It has modern stuff shot now, kind of to bookend it. It just doesn't work for me. Sorry, didn't mean to jump in there, Pugs.
Oh, that's fine. I'm good to go. We're cool. That movie's awesome.
Which is also why you have to give Lamberto, his son, some credit for helping,
finish it. Yeah,
making Daddy proud.
Yeah. Well, this one, I love it. No surprise from anyone. It doesn't go full Last House, but I mean, now I kind of want an Italian full-on remake with George Eastman as Krug, because he's the man also. But just
they have to be related. I like it.
Twins reboot if only they had survived.
No, that would have to be Spinell and Hess. Come on, you have to have them looking polar opposites.
Triplets. Let's do triplets.
All right. But yeah, I mean, you guys already mentioned like it's. I was kind of wondering about Kruger because this is basically an Italian action film. It's not really.
It didn't feel like it to me though. I don't know. Like it gave me so much vibes from Last House on the Left that like I felt like this was a fucking horror movie up until the very end. Right. To be quite honest, especially when they're torturing the girl, piss your pants scene. Like that's, I mean, that shit's fucking like
that's like, normal in Italy.
Well, just the rest of the movie, it's fairly fucked up in its dialogue, but just that piss your pants scene. I'm sitting there, I'm watching it, and fucking my family's in the room, and I'm just like, I'm getting a little bit uncomfortable as it goes on. And I'm just like, oh, well, like this is interesting.
Kruger, I'd also recommend some of the Italian police films because I mean, even though they're action crime films,
I wouldn't go
very gory and
I wouldn't go that far. I think it's the suspense elements that he liked on this. I think it was just a straight Italian action film. It would depend on what it was.
Yeah, there's some Franco Nero stuff that's pretty freaking, gory and
if this didn't have the twist at the end, I don't think I would have enjoyed it as much as I truly did. But once we got to that, I mean, the finale is so satisfying. And I mean, I guess that if we're going to talk about my biggest criticism on Mario Bava films from the ones I've seen so far, I didn't feel like any of the finales were really as satisfying as this one was. So, I mean, I think this is that. I mean, that's what put the pin in the the paper and said that I was going to that I actually truly enjoyed this film a lot.
Okay.
Let's see Dan get his revenge now.
I'm getting my revenge. I already said I love it. So obviously this shows how diverse Bava was, how he was able to change, with the times. And, he wasn't just a one-trick pony. He could definitely do other stuff. And I'm a big fan of Italian police films, Franco Nero and, all the classics. And this works, man. I mean, I don't want to just dismiss this as like a Last House on the Left ripoff. It's not. There's a lot more to it. In fact, a lot of people would probably like it more. That could be an interesting comparison. But
those are people who haven't seen Hitchhike yet, because that combines them.
That is.
I've never seen Hitchhike. So
it's best described as Last House on the Left in a car. It's part of the David Hess. David Hess rape revenge trilogy, I guess.
Yeah, that's Hess's favorite film because he loved working with Franco Nero. But yeah, no, Kidnapped. This was a relatively low budget movie. It was, I think, 95 is when it kind of got finished, if I recall. So it holds up really
well. If you want some information on the home video release, I can fill the blanks in.
Please, because I swear I saw a bootleg.
I was gonna bring that up because you said VHS.
Yeah.
Because the first ever release of the film was in 98, and it was from some weird label. I want to say somewhere in Italy. It's often been said it was a bootleg, but it that was the first release, and I have that DVD somewhere. And I think, if my memory serves, that cut is slightly different than the one we watched, which was the Anchor Bay Rabid Dogs cut. There's like 3 cuts of this movie, but those two are basically the same. The one that came out in 98 and the one that we just watched. It was released again. Well, the first U.S. release was. Hold on, I have the date somewhere here. I know Anchor Bay put it out. I can't find the year. I thought I had it here. But that's when the film was finally completed. We have the Kidnapped cut when his son finished it. I don't have the year in front of me of what year that DVD came out, but I want to say offhand it was like 2005.
Mm-hmm. That sounds about right. Yeah.
I remember the clam, like the old black ones with the sharp teeth. It was one of those, and faded ass fucking graphics on there.
And this was remade
Man,
too.
I missed that.
Right. Sorry, Krug. You'll never know the joy of going and finding those old tapes and bootlegs and trading and all that fun stuff. Now it's like, oh, I want to watch Rabid Dogs. Done.
Yeah.
Or hey Todd, I want to watch Rabid Dogs.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, I've never seen the remake. I kind of want
There's
to
a
now.
remake of this?
Yeah, 2015.
Fuck yeah.
I think
We need to cover that.
Who's in it? Michael Biehn?
No.
I don't know if they had names. It's been a while. I have seen it.
Yeah, there's no names.
Yeah, I don't think there's names.
I'm interested. Let's do this.
Yeah, I'm interested as fuck because, like I said, after what, like you said, Dan, this is 100% way more than a Last House on the Left remake or ripoff.
Mhm.
But to sit there and act like the tone isn't there is a little silly. I mean, the tone of Last House on the Left is screaming through this movie. I mean, especially in the piss your, like once we got to the piss your pants scene, I was like, oh motherfucker, I understand what you guys were doing. Like, but like it made me like it like a lot more because I respect the ripoff.
Mhm.
I'm a guy who likes Friday the 13th better than Halloween. So I respect the fuck out of the ripoff. And when it's done to the quality that Rabid Dogs was done, fucking it's not a ripoff. You extended upon the good things that happened in the Last House on the Left. And that's what I felt like on this movie.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. How has Scary Movie not parodied Last House on the Left? That's a crime against humanity.
That actually is.
Anna Faris pissing her pants. I mean, come on. I can already see the joke.
I was gonna say I stopped watching.
Piss
them.
your pants.
You're
No,
right.
I don't want to.
We already had the piss scene in 2.
You did, but it's not Last
That
House
is
on the
true.
Left. They didn't take her out to the woods, and I mean, come on. It's gotta happen. Wayne's
You
brothers.
just want your pee porn fucking in,
gotta
just
happen.
close to you, don't you?
He just wants to watch Marlon Wayans violate a woman. It's that simple.
Oh my god, when he finishes and she tries to take off her bag. Oh, don't fuck it up. Don't fuck it up.
Oh, even better. If they do the Last House on the Left thing, it has to be Marlon Wayans and his white girl's gimmick, or Sean Wayans. So Marlon,
Why do you have to kill something beautiful, Todd?
You gotta have him raping a black dude. Then you get like a really cool fucking dynamic there.
So yes, kidnapped Rabid Dogs. Again, it is kind of shitty because you kind of have to own each version when you love these films. But well, let's go ahead and rate it. So it's not my favorite BAVA film, but I still think it's a masterpiece in its own right. So I'm completing it 5 stars.
wow.
Five,
I
five,
thought
five.
Dan was getting a 4 in this one. I'm 5 also.
This is more up my alley. I go 5.
And I'm a 4.5 out of 5.
Okay. Sweet.
That's good.
I can't go the full 5, man.
I get
it. Maybe if they
I
killed
just
the
wanted
kid,
to say one big hole. That's
bro. If they stabbed the shit out of that little boy, like we would be at a 5. But
We don't know.
You let the kid
maybe-
live.
Maybe they didn't give him the money. Maybe he got dealt with. It's after credits.
If I would have saw it,
Awesome.
The mom, I'm gonna get my life back.
Oh, that's funny.
no, you fucking
Keep
are,
him.
bitch.
it was Casey Anthony. That's it.
Yeah. Can you imagine Ricardo going back home? He's like, I had a shitty day.
Oh, and I do want to say the
I didn't get
2015
any money.
the 2015 one is French. So
Oh, it was okay.
yeah, just throwing that out there.
Yeah. All right. So
And Casey Anthony, if you're listening,
You want us to flash your number at the bottom?
Totally.
Oh Jesus! Can you imagine interviewing her?
I would love to.
Oh,
She has an open form.
that might be too fucked up even for us.
Oh no,
I'm fine.
Pugs, get
I
on
got it. I'll be too busy flirting the entire time, though.
Recently.
You know you can go bareback. You know what? We're going to turn this show into something else. We should probably move on before I say anything.
Classy, keeping it classy. So yeah, guys, we'll have more Mario Bava. Obviously, had a very long, rich career, so we'll have certainly on the Giallo show.
He'll have a couple in there at least.
Absolutely. Oh,
well, maybe we'll see. We'll figure it out.
So yeah, you got some different kinds of horror tonight to dip your toes. Like I said, with Bava, it just depends who you are. And on
because he's done so much stuff. You have Danger Diabolique. I mean, he's done pretty much every genre.
Yeah. Oh, 4 times that night. You can even go into the comedy realm.
Yeah.
The Western realm. I mean, Roy Colt and Winchester Jackson.
Yeah. That's the thing with Bava and Italian directors of that era. They weren't necessarily one genre.
No,
they were directors for hire. Directors for hire.
You just answered it. I'm like, did they pick it or did they just get handed the script? And like,
I think it's a combination of both.
Handed the script unless you're fucking Hitchcock.
Yeah. Well, he also finished a lot of stuff too. I mean, Kaltiki, the Immortal Monster, which he actually did before Black Sunday. So yeah. So anyways, guys, be sure to like, share, and subscribe on YouTube and fleshwoundfeatures.com. Check out the eBay stores, and Pugs, send us home.
All right. We are also on Patreon for uncensored and exclusive content. You get access to early content there too. But again, most importantly, uncensored. So help us out. Start off at $1 and goes to however the hell much you want to donate. So please and thank you. And we are across all the social media bullshits. So come follow us and like us wherever we're stalking you there. Yeah. So everyone, say good night.
Good night.
Piss your pants.
Mayonnaise.
Already done.